Hey there, Scorpio-Sag! Welcome to your reading. So today we are going to take a look at your past life, or a past life, that is significant for you right now in this lifetime, and we are going to figure out how it is affecting you in this lifetime. So keep in mind this is a general reading. You may want to check out your individual elements if this one doesn't resonate, but definitely smash the like button and subscribe if you haven't already. And there is going to be a link below for a private reading, as well for a 5-year journal in case you're interested in that. Okay, so we already have here a few traits. All right, and we are going to start by taking a look at a significant time frame and place for you in this particular lifetime. So we have World War II, 1939 and 1945. And we also have First Industrial Revolution. I actually feel like it's not necessarily, I feel like this was your timeline. You could have lived through the Second World War, but I feel like your parents were, your grandparents, is like there's something here generational that is significant. I was picking up on like a very dreamy vibe, so maybe you were like the black sheep of your family, and that is why this thing of like generational significance is important, because or why this generational significance is showing up, because I feel like maybe you were a little bit of like the black sheep and you were doing things. I feel like you imagined things and you were seeing your life. You were trying to structure and live your life in a little bit of a different way than what your family would do, and I feel like that caused some, let's call it, discomfort in people around you. But I don't, especially because if I'm not wrong, we have here the attitude card. Oh yeah, we do have it. The attitude card. I don't think that bugged you too much. I feel like you were doing your thing. We also have this like optimistic. So there's that thing, very dreamy energy. And I feel like you were always trying to live life in your own terms. And you were always trying to be hopeful for the future. And you knew that you wanted something else. You wanted something more. And you were not going to settle for anything less than that. And so I feel like your family kind of had a little bit of a trouble with that. I don't think you gave a shit, and you were just living happily ever after, So it's interesting that we have here blue and brown eyes. So you could have had one of those eye colors. For some of you, you could have actually had both, because that happens. We also have physical attraction and teacher. So you could have been a teacher. I do feel like more than you being a teacher, I feel like you really liked learning. And you could have been a Sag. You could have been a Sag in a past life. Because I feel like you were always so eager to learn about new things. You were always so eager to find, I feel like you were really curious, and you're really, you kind of wanted to know how things worked. And I feel like specifically how things work in a mechanical way, when it came to like how things work in terms of life, I feel like you didn't really care too much about that. I feel like it was more, or I feel like you didn't care of other people's views of that. I feel like you had your view of life purpose, your view of spirituality, of religion, and other people, they may have been very like strict and very like in tune with the rules and in tune with society, and you were like, no, this is what I believe, so okay, fuck it. That is it, and I don't care. And when it came to the mechanical stuff, that is what I feel like you were really interested, like how things work. How were these things created? Because again, I feel like you were really dreamy, and I feel like you were really a visionary. So I feel like you were always thinking ahead, and you were always very curious on like, okay, but how can I recreate this? Or how can I implement this in my work? How can I implement this in the things that I want to build? And I feel like that was something that you were really passionate about. And with this physical attraction, well, I guess that says it all, right? So I feel like you were really attractive. And I actually feel like you had many suitors. So that's pretty good. Let's see here. Let's put some tarot to get some more information. One more. All right. Awesome. So we have the Fool here indicating your sex. So I kind of feel like you could have been, oh, and there we go with Sag energy. You could have been a male, okay, a man. And with this temperance energy, we do have strong fire, Aries and Sag. So you could have definitely had a lot of fire in your chart. And yeah, there's that strong Sag energy there that we were talking about. So let's see here. Whoops. Okay. Let's get started here. So let's start with who you were, and that is that temperance card right here. So for who you were with this temperance, I mean, we have this beach scenario, we have these shells. I feel like you were so cool and collected. We do have that attitude there, right? So I feel like that talks a lot about it, but I feel like you were like very in your zone, and I don't think you really gave a lot of attention to people. It was like you were doing your thing, you were in your own little world, and that is it, and you didn't really care. And I feel like that was actually one of your biggest gifts. And with all of these water energy and with this dreaminess, talking already about this high priestess here in your accomplishments, is that dreaminess was something that was really useful for you and was something that really pushed you forward. And it was helping you connect with your intuition. It was helping you connect with your soul. And this is affecting you now because it's a skill set, is something that you already have within yourself this lifetime, especially with that Scorpio energy. Maybe right now you're too much in your Sag, and that is why this specific past life is showing up for you, is because this Scorpio may need a little bit of attention. And so it's more about not necessarily spending more time at home, but spending more time with yourself, spending more time meditating, journaling, anything that can help you connect with your soul, connect with this more intuitive side of yours. That is where you need to go, because that was something that was really helpful for you and was something that was really leading you forward and was something that always showed you the way. And so right now, even if you feel, or anytime that you feel kind of lost or confused, really look within and look for your soul, look for your inner guidance, and that is going to really help you out, and that is going to really lead you. And don't doubt it, because that is something that is like on point, okay? So really trust your intuition here. But let's get here a little more information. So, oh yeah, look at that. We have instinct. Man, you were so intuitive. And we have all of this crown chakra. So definitely, this more spiritual side was very significant for you. Again, I don't necessarily feel like it was a big deal. I don't think you thought too much about it. I feel like you just knew it. And so it was just part of your life and you just went with it, With this confusion, you see how there's like this little ghost like trying to sabotage the girl and trying to confuse. I feel like that was society. And I feel like that was your peers. And I was talking before about family, and I actually feel like maybe family wasn't really the issue. I feel like friends and, we have a reverse card here. Interesting. I feel like friends and just like society, the people you would connect with, the people you would work with, I feel like those were the biggest troubles in your life in terms of people. And I feel like those were really the people that were trying to kind of sabotage you and take you off track. And it's so interesting that we have this instinct card and that we were talking about that thing of generations, because we have like these wolves are basically like this little wolf parent, right? Or parents. This kind of seems like the same guide, but I really feel like you had a very important person in your life, possibly again either a parent or a grandparent that was constantly guiding you. And it's almost like you were following their footsteps, because I feel like they didn't care about society either. And I feel like they were kind of a pioneer here. And so especially with like first industrial revolution, it's like there were a lot of innovations here. And so I feel like you were kind of creating that in this, more updated lifetime. And you were really trying to be your own person. You were really trying to be proud of who you were. And I really feel like you were so connected to your soul. It really was incredible. And one thing that I feel like you may have struggled with was actually the more practical side, which may actually be something that you may still struggle with this King of Pentacles showing up in your struggles and challenges, things that you couldn't learn and you're sort of supposed to learn in this lifetime. That King of Pentacles talks a lot about money, talks a lot about career. And with Four of Swords here, it's like maybe you were a little bit too dreamy and you never really put in the action to actually pursue those dreams. You know, I don't think that you ever, that you actually, I don't know, it's like you had a lot of hopes, you had a lot of expectations, a lot of wishes and everything, but you never really pursued them. And I feel like that is why we have the Four of Swords here. It's like things were always a little bit stagnant, or you felt that things were always a little bit stagnant. And so for this lifetime, there could be a dream, there could be a career, there could be, this could be a person when it comes to this lifetime, take it however it resonates. But I feel like there is something here that you know in your soul that is the right thing to do, that you know in your soul that it is the path, it is the person, it is the career. But it's like there may be some fear, there may be some insecurity, there may be some doubt that, oh no, this is all in my mind and this is all just optimism and it's never going to lead to anywhere because of this past life. Because in this past life, you didn't really, of course, there could be some stuff from your past in this lifetime, but I feel like this past life, you had a lot of dreams, but you never really made them happen. And that is what you're supposed to break this lifetime. This lifetime, you're supposed to go towards your goals. You're supposed to go towards that person, towards that dream of yours. Okay? So let's pull here a few more cards for your career. I feel like discernment. It's like when it came, you had a lot of ideas, but when it came to actually doing them, things got a little bit confusing. It's like, but how do I actually do that, right? And we also have this faith here. So I really feel like, again, you were so optimistic and you were always like birthing creations. Look at that purity. I know the sentence that comes with it is, I know why I do what I do. And I feel like you were following blindly your intuition. You were really following your heart. But I feel like you were hoping that the universe would bring the situations towards you and you would not go and take the intuitive action that was necessary for your manifestations to come forward. So I kind of feel like you may have had a little bit of a struggle with that, and also with society's expectations. So for some time you could have had like a very, normal job, and you were doing what was expected of you. And it's like you may have started something as a hobby, but you never really pursued it more than that. And this lifetime, it's about shifting that. It's about, of course, you can have like that day-to-day job to keep you financially stable until you have that other side hustle, until you have that little dream really set on stone and really solid and stable. And it is going to get there, okay? It is, if you choose to do so, if you choose to pursue it, if you choose to work on it. But you have to put in the effort. You have to pursue it. You have to make it happen, all right? So let's get here into your relationships. Starting with love, we have that beautiful Six of Pentacles. And I kind of feel like there was someone here. First of all, again, physical attraction. I feel like you had a lot of eyes on you. However, I feel like you only had eyes for one person. And for some time, there could have been a little bit of struggle with not necessarily give and take. I feel like it was give and take, but in terms of how much your families allowed you to give to one another. And this could be, maybe there were like family quarrels. Maybe there was a little bit of physical distance. I do feel like eventually you got together, but I feel like in the beginning there could have been a little bit of a struggle there, a little bit of a hiccup. But we do have this grace and sweetness. And I love this sentence, this quote: "The pursuit of perfection then is the pursuit of sweetness and light." And I feel like you were not looking for the perfect wife. You were not looking for the perfect person. You were not looking for any of that. I really feel like you were looking for that person. And you just knew it, especially with like alignment here, sacred lotus. Oh, and look at that. It says no mud, no lotus. So there was definitely a little bit of mud here in this relationship. But I feel like you just knew. You just knew that this was the person for you. And you were ready to fight for them, whatever it took. And I feel like you did. And I feel like once you got together, it was so beautiful. And I feel like that is also why this Sun card is here when it comes to families, because I feel like the family that you grew, that you built together, it was so beautiful, and it was made out of the purest love. I feel like that created this wonderful, wonderful family. And maybe that was actually something. Maybe that was actually something that was stopping you on your tracks when it came to that career, and to those dreams. It's because you possibly had, I don't know, it's like you had to provide for your family, and you felt like you had a responsibility, and it was up to you to really create that. And so you couldn't take risks. You couldn't really allow yourself to dream too big and to pursue those dreams blindly, because you had other people to look out for. And that's why I feel like that was another reason for you to not pursuing those goals. But I don't think that they ever stopped you. I don't think that they ever, verbally mentioned that, oh, you kind of need to provide for us. I don't think that person is that type of person. And I feel like the family you created was just so beautiful and incredible. We even have here like always joyful. I really feel like it was beautiful. And I feel like your connection with the family that you were born in, it was just like amazing. And that's why I feel like you were trying to follow someone's footsteps, because I feel like it was possibly someone that was always joyful, and it was someone very significant. Maybe this is kind of lining up with something that you have been through. So maybe you lost like a grandparent or something like that, and you're like, oh man, I really admire that person, and that person, I know that they are guiding me. And they were in this past life, and they are now, and I feel like they are so proud of you, and I feel like they were also pretty proud of you in this past life, and they knew that, it all had a plan, and it all had a specific timeline, and they were like, okay, well, next lifetime we'll make it, but we also have here purity, truthfulness, and innocence. And I feel like this was you as a child. I honestly feel like this person that you looked up to, whoever they were, they would always motivate you and praise the innocent and hopeful child that you were, the dreamy child that you were. And that is why you never, that is why I feel like you never really cared of other people's opinions, never really cared of society's opinions and everything, because I feel like you were so truly happy with who you were, because that person was truly happy with who you were, and they truly valued you. So they were just like, I feel like you were like, man, I'm awesome, and I don't care what other people say, And I feel like you had such a beautiful childhood. I feel like you had a beautiful family, and I feel like in turn you built a beautiful family, and that is gorgeous. So let's see here your friendships, because that is interesting though. So we have the Two of Swords in reverse, and then we have friendship and gratitude. That kind of wanted to come out in reverse, but I kind of feel that there was like a two-faced person here. I feel like in the beginning, because the Two of Swords upright, it talks about someone being blinded, right? There's a blindfold in that girl's eyes in the regular tarot. And I feel like there was a friend that possibly, it could have come from childhood or something like that, or from career, from business, something around those lines. But I feel like there was someone here that was kind of manipulative. I feel like there was someone here that was not the best person to be around. And it came to this point, possibly by the time you started to build a family, where this person kind of showed their true colors. And I feel like that is when you truly started to see, oh, wait, because we do have this prosperity and compassion. Maybe that person was actually using you for your money. Maybe that person was actually just, or for your status, for your power, for your, for your place in the world. And I feel like that is when you kind of, the blindfold got out, you took the blindfold off, and you just really started to see this person for who they really were. So I feel like that was a big impact that you had that was a big relationship that had a lot of impact on you. And maybe, the thing is, I feel like your intuition was already saying something around that. You didn't really believe it, or you didn't want to believe it. So if you have that gut feeling around someone in your life, pay attention to it and believe it, okay? I also feel like if you have any struggle with money, if you have any limiting beliefs around money, it could also be from it, okay? It could also be from this situation. So maybe you think that, money is evil, and if you have money, people are going to take advantage of you. It could be from this past life, okay? And so it could be good if you would do a little bit of journaling, a little bit of reflection around that, and what are your beliefs around money, and how can you shift it? How do you want to see money? How do you think money wants to be treated, right? And one thing that I absolutely love doing, and that I feel like it's really good, is actually I write a money letter every single Monday, to start of the week, right? But I write a money letter, just thanking money for existing and talking about all the things that we can do together and the good things that you can do together, right? It's not about, when we get a lot of money, we are going to be able to have status and gloat. When you write that money letter, write about how you can help people, how you can support your family, how you can, pamper yourself a little bit, how you can buy nurturing food, right? Write about all the good things that money can provide for you, so you can start creating that good relationship with money. Because I feel like the relationship with money, for some of you, could have been a little bit tinted because of this relationship specifically, that I do feel like someone was taking advantage of you, okay? So let's clarify the King of Pentacles now that we are on it. Let's get one more card. Oh yeah, Three of Cups. That is clear as water. So definitely someone was taking advantage of you. And it's like there's third parties. Try to make money your own. And also, maybe don't share your thoughts, your dreams specifically with anyone else. Make it your thing. Because I feel like sometimes people don't really have the intention to sabotage those dreams and to kind of, put forward bad energy towards your dreams. But when we share that, we're welcoming their energy. And so their energy, when it comes to money, it may be, they may have limiting beliefs, and it may unintentionally tint that dream and sabotage that dream. So be careful about who you share your dreams with, okay? Maybe do it a little bit of a personal thing, and then when you accomplish it, you're like, yo, I'm so proud, I want to share with the world. Share with the world. But it's done, right? And it's already yours. And it's already something fixed. It's already something that comes from your heart and no one can harm it, okay? So that is something to keep your eye on. And clarifying this High Priestess, we have the Tower. So don't be afraid to make waves. I feel like that is the biggest thing, especially with this Five of Wands. You are not afraid to speak your mind. You are not afraid to be different. So don't be afraid to be different, because that is something that you've learned. That is something that you've accomplished in this lifetime or in this past life, and is helping you now, right? So it's time for you to be who you truly want to be. It's time for you to go and pursue those dreams. It's time for you to break the patterns and break the cycles and break the fears, face the demons, and start building the life that you truly want, okay? So to finish this up, let's pull here a couple cards for advice for you right now. Anything else? Ooh, well, we have a lot. And look at that. Don't let your past hold you back. Yep. So we have your dreams need a practical plan. Look at that. It's time to take action towards your dreams, okay? It's not about just dreaming them. Balance spirituality and practicality. This is what I feel like you could have been lacking a little bit in this past life. So balance spirituality and practicality. Yes, dream about it, but also put in the effort. The end of a tough cycle approaches. We have adjustments are required. Ooh, a new romantic cycle begins. Nice. A time to give rather than take, and take time to breathe out. So I really feel like it's time to give to your dreams. It's time to connect with your spirituality. And with this, a time to give rather than take, it's time to give to yourself more than to take away from yourself to give to others, okay? I feel like it's time for you to really focus on those dreams and to take a little breather here. There is definitely a new cycle beginning here with this new moon in Libra, so that is really good. And I feel like it's also like, be open to it, you know, open your heart to be surprised, open your heart to see where it leads you, and have fun, okay? Have fun. And this adjustments are required. I really feel like it's talking about those money beliefs, okay? If you need to work on them, definitely take a look at them, okay? So, Scorpio Sag, this is what I have for you. I hope it resonated, I hope it helped. If it did, don't forget to smash the like button and to subscribe if you haven't already. Private readings, again, the link is going to be down below, as well as the 5-year journal, in case you want to work a little bit better with yourself and, you know, get to know a little bit more about yourself and your beliefs. That is the journal to get. But yeah, so I wish you the freaking best. I love you very much, and I will see you in the next one. Bye bye.